Welcome, Scorpio. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I pulled for you the Strength card as your overall energy for this reading. The Strength card is about your inner strength of purpose specifically. I can't help but relate this to your ability as a result of your ruling planet, Pluto, to go deep, deeper than most even are aware is possible. Even as you sink deeply, you find new fissures in the earth's floor to explore. There's a river, and I can't think of the name of it, but it is about that ocean floor current that octopi, as an example, live in. And that's what's coming to mind for you in this particular card. The strength to be able to stay in the deepest of our subconscious energy and mine that over and over again in some way fuels the work that you do on a creative level, where you are, some of you, exploring old mythologies, old history, ancient documents for the information that they share about who we are and what our purpose is. I feel like you're activating ancient and divine sources at the subconscious, the collective unconscious level. So this is information and stories that relate to all of humankind. Underneath is the Five of Pentacles. Interesting. I feel that you are redefining yourself in some critical way, that you are looking to change access to the resources that you have, shifting perhaps your domestic environment or your possessions, moving perhaps to a location that you feel will give you a better access to the resources and supply that you need. Also, a way to redefine yourself that allows you to make connections with different physical places on the planet and different relationships. So I'm not sure how that redefinition is working out for you. You are determined. You are absolutely committed to realizing that the old labels that you have worn for so much of your life are no longer relevant to you, and that your potential is instead limitless rather than limited to the lane that you were assigned. This is a general reading, Scorpio. It isn't going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. Welcome to all of you. I appreciate the time that you are taking with me, and the way that you're showing up in the world is the Nine of Wands. Boy, this is coming through for so many signs. This is showing me a lifetime trajectory of asserting your passion, articulating your vision, telling your story in one form or another, and continuously never giving up, staying determined, throwing everything you have into this over and over again. This could be a description of your creative process in general, which often seems to be the case for you, Scorpio. However, I feel like underneath this particular process is this deep, deep dive that is a part of your suitability. You are made to understand what connects us all at the deepest level of consciousness. So there's an emphasis here on feelings, throwing your passion into your work, giving your all with a sense of determination, and knowing that you're more than on the right path, that you're very close to something tangible, something that feels like success or victory. In the first house, the Justice card. This is, I believe, encapsulated the healing process that you've been undergoing for a very long time. This is absolutely tied up with your personal development because it affects your lens, your perspective, your mindset. But the Justice card integrates your own needs with those of others so that you identify yourself as a part of humanity in a way that helps you understand the road you've traveled from feeling a sense of passivity or even victimization in some cases to a place of empowerment, advocating for those in a similar position against the mistreatment, the unfairness that you have experienced in your life. Understanding at the same time that that unfairness, that challenge, even trauma has taught you things that live in your body. And so here, with Venus moving into Aries and then joining up with Neptune a couple of days later, I do feel that you are learning to embody your feelings, your unconscious knowledge, your ancestry in ways that don't hurt you. And there is something here about the harshness of the world crushing you, the oppression that you feel as a result of things that are happening to other people, not simply to you, but that sensitivity that you feel, that knowledge you have that underground we are all struggling together. In the fourth house, the house of your soul, your family, your foundation, the Chariot card, the beautiful Chariot. Here you have found some deep self-acceptance. You're understanding that you can't blend in despite your incredibly impassioned drive and motivation, determination. You simply cannot be like other people. And the acceptance of that really supports your sense of articulating a vision that is uniquely yours, but that is joined with the fate of others. This is important to you because this helps to motivate you and focus your energy on the goal of justice, of truth. And it is the truth of your own path, of the way that you serve humanity, that you are inclined to continue on this path, continue this incredible high intensity commitment to articulating your particular gifts, sharing your story, sharing what you know, sharing your skills with others in a way that benefits them, but necessarily blocks out or limits the input of others, the distraction that others bring with their requests and needs, because you have been accommodating. You have often been chosen others over yourself. And certainly as a parent, that is understood as necessary. But for many of you, you are clear that modeling your own success, your own wholeness, is part of the best leadership you can provide, part of the best care you can provide. In the seventh house of your significant others, the Magician. So here you have decided what it is you're working with in collaboration with others. And this has come up over the past several readings. There's a subtle level of leadership or navigating the needs and desires of the group in order to be able to maximize their strength, their skills, their energies in building something that is the result of uh, a desire of yours, your plan, your idea. Because the magician is ruled by Mercury, this has everything to do with our articulation, our ability to write, to communicate, to present, how we use our words, how we travel from one place to another, how we make connections from one person to another, from one idea to another, are all bound up with the way that you're able to support a collaboration that in many ways you are directing. So I'm sensing this strong, powerful energy that you exert through the virtue of your communication in a way that you shape the participation of the group. This is, I hope, is resonating for you, Scorpio. If so, please like this reading. Please share this with others. And please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. So deeply appreciated. I would love to continue on doing what I'm doing. And I appreciate all the support from those of you that value what I have to offer. So thank you again to those of you who know who you are. And the abundance card, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. That seems clear to me from your focus on not only your abundance, but on your limitlessness, the ability to define abundance on your own terms, to recognize that the sky is the limit, that there is abundance all around you at every moment. Now, even in a time of chaos, hardship, and social chaos, you are aware of the abundance of the world and of your joy in experiencing that. In the first house, the Justice card is clarified by the Knight of Swords. This is your ability to enact justice, to find strategies of activism based on your ability to pierce through the assumptions and expectations of others, including yourself. You have an ability to look at systems, at structures, at frameworks, and see where we make assumptions that are illusory, that are not presumptions that are appropriate. Your curiosity has you looking for how things have failed, how things have broken down or broken apart as part of gaining the clarity that is spearheading your activism, your search for the truth, your understanding of what practical measures would constitute a healing, a redress, a balance. In the fourth house, the Chariot card is clarified by the Justice again. Yeah, this is really talking about really even the nature of your projects, your creative work as being about harmony, balance, and justice for all. So I see you pursuing the truth even in your sacred space, your relationship to others who are suffering as you acknowledge your own suffering. Understanding you're not separated from the humanity that you see being penalized as impacting you, even if you are not subject to that harsh, violent treatment that is being meted out to innocent people. And so you are churning through the information and the systemic gaps and chinks in order to spearhead the appropriate way to seek redress, to seek fair treatment, to advocate for that, if nothing else. And this feels like a big channel for your creative energies. In the seventh house, the Magician is clarified by the Page of Swords. So interesting, because in many ways I see you claiming a true heart's desire, an authentic partnership, friendship, or more, and you don't know how to achieve that, or even if it fits into your life. You understand that it is desirable and that you have the energy for it, but you are confused as to how to move in that direction, how to obtain the information. Maybe there's a shyness about your ability to be online. In fact, I see you perhaps braving online dating as a possibility, or at least learning more about it. And in the 10th house, the Nine of Wands is clarified by the Six of Cups. And lo and behold, a deep soul bond is in your life. I see this as someone you connect to through, for some of you, your activism, for others of you, your creative work that may engage a level of activism, an advocacy of right measures and redress for those that are being victimized in this very moment. I see a deep connection for you, one that helps restore your joy in your talent and gift. This can be someone who supports your efforts, your professional development, or your community activity. Another warrior, someone who deeply appreciates and values who you are, someone you can have fun with. I'm going to finish off this reading, Scorpio, with a pretty pink, the ruby. And the key word is shine. It's time for me to shine. Undoubtedly, by knowing that true love exists for you somewhere, not just in your own heart, but out there in the universe, you are moving into a place of shining. And this is perhaps quite scary, perhaps quite uncomfortable for many of you, but it is a natural evolution of the really hard work and very communal work that you are doing, community work that you're doing in the world. So, if you've enjoyed this reading, Scorpio, please enjoy this content here. And until next time, namaste.